So, welcome guys, I'm here with yours and obviously for yours. And the discussion today is going to be about the way that I perceive that we're gonna have to get skills in order to have good proliferation in the business world. So, I think by the future, where a lot of the EAs that we've seen today will be like 100 times better, and we're gonna have to deal with them, probably even consider them as our competitors. We're gonna compete with them by the work, by the money that comes with the work that we do. I think it's time to even more today to become more of a specialization type of skill set. So we kind of have to put our skill set even more specialized in some specific area. And obviously with that, I'm not trying to be like regardless of other type of knowledge that we should have in other areas. But where's my point? The point is EA will be adopted by the majority of areas that we see today. Engineer, health, can go look for education, can go look for clothes, fashion. EA will be adopted. And what we understand that every type of like the natural niches that we have, that I've been saying now, these type of industries, they are really competitive, and they will tend even more than they already are today to be winner takes all. So we have kind of exponential type of difference between the top tier people in the area and the ones that comes after. And by following the thing that I'm really supportive, that is the Pareto law, I think we should so understand that these 20% of things that define the 80% of results are things that are applied in the business. We say that 20% of the people that act in business, the 80% of results, they are kind of so come from this type of 20% of elements that are working in a business, because they will have what? They have some type of comparative advantage in comparison with other ones that makes him be so good that people will spend their money in their industry going for them. We can go for type of phones. What are like the holders of the biggest influences, the ones that kind of deals with the majority of sales? We have Apple, we have probably Samsung. So we have five in max like type of elements, brands in some specific niches that they, in comparison with the rest that are much more, they kind of get the majority of the sales because they have comparative advantages in types. So in when talking about phones, what is a comparative advantage? They kind of provide more useful things for people that have a phone, and what people can do with the phone that the other ones cannot. They can produce things as gadgets with some type of tools at lower cost than other ones, in higher scalability. At lower costs they can produce high masses of their final product. So in a world so competitive, we kind of will have to be a need to be good, but like go really deep and go and be the better one in just specific areas, something that gives much more than like being really good in 5-6 areas. So we should become more like a T-shaped skills. Our skills should look for T-shape. So what I'm supporting with T-shape, in a T, that's the things that goes a bit more deep, is our area of specialization, and the other elements that it's not the T that goes deep, the one that's go more broad. So I'm supportive that we should have skills and really be like expert in an area, but really have some type of knowledge that kind of broads for a lot of areas. So in my example, what I should look for, if I will have like be a guy that works in investment, I should be the take care in being one of the best investors and providing and building my brand in doing an investor to kind of get clients, which I'm gonna so work and build their investments. But I should have like a lot of knowledge, doesn't be like the guys that knows more, because to know more I have to spend time, and I'm kind of will save the money by just being good in the thing that I do, because the even worse, they are not scalable. What I receive is by the type of output that I can provide for people by unity of time that I spend with them. And so like if you talk that you work 8-10 hours a time, 10 hours a day, you can be like a guy that in that time can be like a politic and try to work in politics. You cannot just do in the same time being an engineer in something. You cannot work in being a CEO in a close type of company. So we kind of have the ability to be the best one in just one specific area, but you have, and to be better in that area, it kind of needs you to have knowledge about other areas, but doesn't be the guy that works really deep in getting like knowledges that people in that area. If I will be in that area, example, I'm in a health area, and probably to be the best type of doctor, I will look for articles. I will be the one that will produce articles by driving some type of experiments by my own, and so working in building knowledge, and later on kind of to create something that ownership that people just can use my treatment. And so it's something that I've worked, it comes scalable, so it has higher probability to generate money and doesn't need me to put my time to receive it, because I can work, study, build my experience by having knowledge, because my area of knowledge, which I've spent the majority of my time of formation and working, was in health. And later on just can get the realities of producing, conducing, having a drive, and so build an experiment which I prove a specific component kind of beats what some specific type of thing that has demand, as a cancer or any type of other disease. So this will not be something that me as working in the investments should look for, because this is a try to kind of create comparative advantages of people like other doctors. But if I work in one area, I don't have time to do it. So in comparison, what I can do as a guy that works in other area, I can look for health, for simple small tricks that I can use to give my health what it needs to have performance in my area. So what I take from health, what I need to get as a food, what are the type of actions as exercises that I need to do to put in my routine to perform in my specific area. So my point to have a T-shape is go deep in an area and use knowledges that already were built by others in the other area, and other ones that have built because they are trying to look in their specific area to be the better ones. So they will try always work, and by just getting feed what other areas provide, I can so have like enjoy just by, and doesn't need to have effort to get this knowledge to get applied. That's why economy is so good. We kind of get the ability to just by doing something, just one thing, I kind of give money back from just doing that work that I provide in high scale, but I'm able to as well receive really good benefits of a lot of scales of businesses just by having the ability to know one thing. Just by knowing one thing and being good in one thing, will be like exponentially receive much more than the others in the other area, and we'll get a lot of things of the other areas that you just doesn't need to be in the area to have the ability to receive the benefits of what they provide. So if I'm an investor, will be good to have knowledge in politics, understanding that probably investments, what is like the high proportional, being first principles, thinking in mental models. When we work, what I'm trying to do to be a good investor, what people that I'm working with, what they will pay me more, which more performative, which more I have ROI over their investments. So which more I know what's gonna grow, better I will be. And probably it's just not by having knowledge about things that we learn in investments. Probably is having learnings that we can have in politics, understanding how politics works. That helps me to understand what are the type of companies that are included in some type of region area that will be something that they will grow exponentially, because the political conjecturation will be something that will help the growth, the thrive of that company. But if I didn't get like this ability to have some knowledge that the people that are in political science have been produced, if I have a small type of knowledge in that areas, I will not be able to do these learnings and so apply in my area to perform good in my area. In different spectrum of what I have been said about taking knowledge already made in health, in that case is to increase my type of work span of time, my time span of time, because I will have like trees of health that helps me to be more productive. In terms of politics is getting this. It can be, for example, in terms of psychology, I can learn knowledge as opportunity cost, I can learn like things as aversion of loss that helps me to understand the market and so understand and predict the behavior of people just by getting knowledge of psychology that I doesn't need to specialize. I doesn't need like to create and have sections with people. What I get knowledge that's already made, but using my work field, which I'm already and I'm really is the one which I want to thrive, but I have knowledges that I'm not spent to get from other areas and apply on me. That's the main argument of that video. Being able to get and feed, but just doesn't have to spend time in other fields, and what's the time when I'm gonna spend is being good on my field. That's what I want. And obviously, by first principle, why I'm saying that, because I want to have output, the highest type of ratio between output and time that I spend to get this output. So with that said, obviously it's really important to look and to get a knowledge of what makes me, what's the type of job that kind of will put me in a position to get so this higher ratio. I will look for jobs that have scalability. For example, consulting. Consulting is something that is really praised, but if you look for the model of business, is something that doesn't have scalability. Because what's when you're doing a consultant, what you have to do, you have to provide tricks. You got paid by the hours that you support these sections of enrichment in terms of knowledge and perception of business with the people that you're attending. If you are a CEO, well, you have a percentage of equity, and the things that you have to do is like you have to pay people to work and you have to take care of this, but it's unproportional the time that you spend and the additional money that you get when you're a CEO. You can have so profits, you can receive money by others working for you without demanding you to work to get money for your podcast. So it's something that has to look. You have to be smart, and obviously scalability, one of the things that will not make your job scalable but helps you to be a bit more of it. That is EA, putting EA in your workflow. For example, people as an investor can use EA to probably use predictive models to understand what's going to be the evolutions of the price of some stock, of some commodity, of other type of title. And so with that, having advantage, a comparative advantage by using a knowledge that was created in other area, the engineer of EA, which I not have demanded and I have worked in on, but by having a simple knowledge and having broadened my type of sense of grasping knowledge, I've get so opened this door, this window of opportunity that so will enrich me, but doesn't mean a lot of time to create this insight. So obviously I really expect this video is having some type of useful type of tricks, useful type of insights creating on you that you can apply in your life to make you have a better life. So see you in the next video.